Guys, and welcome back to another transfer news video. So coming up, first story we're gonna go up with is Sunderland is still going on fast and good. They've got another player in. I don't know how many players have they bought, like 11 or 12. Another player from Getafe this time for the 10 million fee. Contract until June 2029. Omar Aladirete, who is a defender. Sunderland has literally bought a whole new team. Last time I remember, our team who came from bottom to top. I mean, from not relegation, came from Championship and bought that many players with Nottingham Forest. They were trolled a lot. First season, yeah, it looked a bit like they were close, but as the time went, the players start gelling in well. They did start doing well, and I think that's the same thing's going to happen with Sunderland. First season, second season, most likely is going to be try not to get relegated, which I think they won't because I can see some Premier League teams who look weaker than last year, like teams like Wolves, for example, losing Cunha and stuff. Especially Brentford look very weak due to the manager leaving, a few other players leaving as well. Mumbo, Nogard, I think someone else is leaving. So there are some teams that look a bit vulnerable. Uh, but yeah, and then there's some teams who are strengthening and trying to do well as well. But Sunderland could have a chance. Leeds, obviously, they've bought a few players. Burnley have bought some good players. They bought Proja, they bought Ukachukwa from Chelsea. Like players that are like medium level who could help them survive from relegation. Um, then we've got, as talking about Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest has sent a 13 million fixed fee plus add-ons official bid for Segundo Magassa, 21-year-old AC from AC Monaco. They want 80 million plus add-ons to accept and let the defender go. Magassa is keen to come to Nottingham Forest, move with a Premier League and European football following. So he wants to come to Nottingham, and this could be a good signing. A young lad defender, and let's see how he does. I think Nottingham done one or few signings. I want to see what else to do because they're close to a fourth position, but they just bottled it due to they didn't have that many of players. And I think the top four are doing very well. And I think they're already quite good. And I think it will be more interesting to do the fifth, sixth, and seventh race this year. Because the top four does look very solid with Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. But you never know what happens. The players they got could flop, or and nothing up. That's the beauty of Premier League. That's the beauty of football. You never know. You can't just win off transfer. It's transfer needs transfers, but you could see which team is tougher due to the transfer made. But you never know what happens, and that's the beauty of football. Next up, we have is Newcastle finally bought someone. Apart from they got Elanga, of course. I've bought someone who is not gonna leave them, who has not rejected them. I meant Malik Thawel has been here. We go. It's a new centre back for Eddie Howe. Agreement in place. 40 million package. AC Milan verbally accepted the proposal. Deal done at the final stages. Medical will be done soon, and maybe in a few days, official announcement will be coming through. So Malik Thawel is officially a Newcastle player now, and I think that's a good signing. Obviously, they only have done two signings, I think, this season. If Isaac leaves, it will hurt Newcastle a lot because those two signings are good. Elanga, Thau. I don't know who else they've bought, but I think that's the only two signings I know. They were if they got the signings they wanted to get. If they got them, the team would have looked ridiculous, but it's just because they got rejected so much. But I think hopefully they have backups to these players because it was. I genuinely think Newcastle was a bit dumb to go for those players that have attraction to top teams that most likely we lose to, and I think they should have had backups. And plus, the most dumbest thing I think they've done is letting Ekatike go, and now most likely they will have Isak on as well. If they did that thingy where if Liverpool were 100% like give us Isak and we will not go for Ekatike at all, if they went on the word and were honestly true on that, maybe that would be better. You would have had Ekatike, Isak would have gone. But if they keep Isak, then it's fine. Then I don't think it's dumb. Then it's smart. They still got a very good striker. Few more players here and there. Young players coming in. A bit more like maybe people are not trying to go for. Thao is a good defender. I've checked a bit. And Milan, he could be a good signing in. A few more good signings that then maybe they could get to that top four, top five because Champions League is going to be hard. They've been in there once before and they didn't do that well. but they're in it again, and that it does make how they will do. So let's see. Next up, we have is Kingsley Coman has been going to Al Nassr. He will join Jao Felix. Obviously, Ronaldo's there, but I'm saying like with the new signings, they've got Jao Felix, Martinez this summer. Now they've got Kingsley Coman for 30 million, under 30 million euros, which is mad. Because generally, I do generally think Kingsley Coman is a good winger, and I'm interested to know European clubs went for him. He's 28. He is technically in the prime. Maybe he hasn't had a great season last season, but I still think he's good. But let's see how he does at Al Nassr. I think maybe some. I'm thinking some what they're doing is going Saudi for 1 or 2 years, trying to get the rhythm back, score a lot of goals, and maybe then come back here. And it could be something like that that he tries to do as well. You never know. And talking about Milan, as we talked about Milan selling someone, Milan also have bought a defender, obviously to replace Malik Thau, who has gone to Newcastle. Connie De Winter from Genoa. Everything's been done for 20 million package, and yeah, and the medical will be done soon as well. So let's see how this new defender does for AC Milan because they did get thrashed against our team yesterday. So it does look a bit. Milan last season were very bad as well. So let's see how they do this season. Um, then we have is Jack Grealish to Everton. Here we go. That's been done. It's a loan deal agreed with Man City and medical booked later today. Grealish said yes to Everton and he's now to complete his move in next 24 hours. So that has been done. It is insane. Bro was in Aston Villa, went to Man City, and now he's gone to Everton. It's a downfall of a century if you think about it. Like I know it's a loan move, but still, it's like a downfall of the century. For Everton, I think that's a good player. I think he's going to suit there very well. I just think Grealish couldn't suit the City type play, and I think too much pressure. I think City did pay a lot of money for him, and I think when they were trying to make him into a striker or something, then they obviously got Haaland, got a few other players. So I think it just couldn't work in that system due to how many players they have. Another one is which has shocked me a little bit because I saw his stats and stuff. He looks quite like aspirational, like he might do well in the future. But his name is Savino. So who Tottenham are trying to get? Obviously, City want a lot of money for him. We want they have sent a proposal of 50 million euros, but City want more. I think if they do the deal for 60, 70, that is okay. But he is a young lad. He is decent. He hasn't played a lot of games, but I see his stats like it was like 8 assists, 1 goal in 29, 28, 27 matches, something like that, which is not bad. And if they get a good deal for him, like 60 million euros, I think could be a good package. 80, 90, I think is going to be too much for Tottenham to get. But if they get him, I think that's not bad. And I'm seeing Tottenham has been doing some good deals as well. So and negotiations are ongoing with City, open to selling, as Sevilla is keen on the moon, but only their conditions. Obviously, they want quite a lot of money, like 67, because obviously this player is quite good. And as I said, Tottenham, for me, I've seen they bought someone else. I think they've done 3 signings. They bought Kudos. They're going for this Savino. If they get him, if that's here we go soon, that deal's done. I think that will be here we good. It's looking very, very close. Like there's just 1 or 2 more proposals. I think 60, 70 maybe will be sold. Tottenham has sent a 50 million proposal, but obviously City want more. And if it's done, I think it could be a good deal. Like they have Kudos, Savinio, if they get Savinio, and I think they bought someone else, but I can't remember. I know the Ilanga one was on. If not Ilanga, what was his name? Kingsley Coman from not Kingsley Coman. What am I saying? It was Morgan's Gibbs White from Nottingham Forest, but obviously it was the whole thingy that they did it wrongly or the transfer scandal. Obviously, if you haven't watched my conspiracies, not conspiracies, uh, controversial moments, we have a lot of controversial moments. That was one of a controversial moment of this year, if you think about it, because the transfer was apparently done illegally or something. So Morgan Gibb White didn't go to Tottenham. So that was a bit of a sad one for them because they couldn't get him. But if they had him, that would have made the squad a bit more stronger. But let's see how they do. The Thomas Frank is the new manager. I genuinely think he's a good manager. So let's see how he does at Tottenham. We got finally Amarin at United. He has a full season now, not a half season where the team was doing so shit already, so he couldn't do anything more. but now he has a whole season, so we actually can see what Amarin does at United. This is the season we will see if Amarin is a good manager or not. Arsenal, obviously, their aspirations and stuff. Newcastle, it felt a bit sad this transfer window for them, for their fans, because the players they wanted they couldn't get. But let's see what they do. They're still quite a weak. I think the other teams, little teams like Nottingham Forest, you can see they're coming in now. Villa, I'm still a bit surprised. Are they just staying with them? Palace obviously won the community. Oh yeah, Palace won the Community Shield. Obviously, it's a pre-season game, so you can't judge anything right now that Liverpool's washed or whatever. But as it comes, I think the main thing I've heard, and even when I look at, is the defense that is looking the weakest, because they've got Kanate and Diaz. All the other ones are not good. Left back, right back as well. They look decent. Kirkes, of course, Frimpong, they were good. But again, they're very good at the attacking. It's the defending which they need a lot. I think in the Premier League, we will know how well they're going to go. And obviously, they're going to do more signings. If they get Guehi, I think that will solve that problem very well. And that would be a very good signing for them. But right now, we don't know if Guehi's going to go. If Crystal Palace keep some of the players they already have, they could do good this season. I think Palace is a team we need to look out for, especially they won the Carabao Cup, no, the FA Cup last year. They won the Community Shield, and I don't know where they finished. They finished like 10th or something last year, innit? They haven't bought someone, but I think if they keep most of the players that they have, because I haven't seen them sold most of the players yet. Let me see, where did they finish? Yeah, they finished 12th, just below Fulham. They could be eighth or ninth team, but let's see. Obviously, I am gonna get Premier League prediction soon as well. First, I'm gonna just look at who's on the transfers, how the teams are looking, and then I'll make it obviously before the Premier League starts. Most likely one day before you will see that video. But that was it today for today's transfer news. When more interesting news comes, I'll be back again.